Hello and welcome to the preliminary violin exam sheet for the VCM College. Now today I'm going to be playing and demonstrating two exercises and also two pieces, and there's also the scales that have to be done for this examination. So first of all I'm going to have a look at exercise 1. Now for this exercise you've got an MF marking, standing for mezzo forte. It's also in the key of D, so you need to be very, very careful when you play your F sharps and your C sharps. But the good news is that this exercise is all in minims, so providing you count your minims, you're going to be fine. Here's exercise 1. And then moving on to exercise 2, again this one is in the key of D, but it also has in crotchets and also a dotted minim. So do your counting very carefully. So, moving over the page, we're now moving on to the scales. You have two scales to play. The scale of D major, you could be asked to play in minims, in crotchets, or in quavers. And also the G major scale, which is also in minims, crotchets, or quavers. So I'm going to start by playing the D major scale, and I'm going to be playing this in minims. Now I'm also going to attempt to play the G major scale, but for this scale I'm only going to be playing it first in crotchets, then in quavers. So here's the G major scale in crotchets. And then in quavers. Now moving on to the pieces, I'm going to choose the two pieces which are actually my compositions, which are Horsehair Blues and Resin That Bow. Horsehair Blues has got a tempo indication of allegro, which means fast. Now the more astute of you would have noticed that halfway through this I actually did a retake and played a down bow, and if you look closely on the music you'll see that a down bow is indicated there, so make sure you do turn the bow and do what's called a retake, so you do a down bow in the middle section. The same applies with Resin That Bow. Again, you have a down bow that's shown halfway through, and you will need to do a retake on that as well. Resin that bow. And that completes the second exam sheet.